It is Thursday. Good morning. How are you guys feeling today? Well, we're alive, and that's enough. Life is precious, and it is a gift. So you need to start treating it like that. Let's see what's going on in our news desk. We're coming right back.
Good morning. The results of the 2024 Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment, or CPEA, are out in St. Lucia, and this year's results exceed last year's in all subject areas. There was an increase in both the internal and external components of the assessment, with a national mean of 77.08, a 3% increase over last year. This marks the third year that St. Lucian students have been assessed through the CPEA. A total of 2,022 students took the external component of the assessment in May, and not only did the national mean increase, but the island saw improvements in all individual subject areas.
National mean performances for the individual subjects, namely science, language, and social studies, were all above 77.9, surpassing the overall national mean of 77.08, with mathematics being the exception at 73.09%. Our performance in mathematics at all levels of the education system concerns not just me as the Minister for Education, but also the Honorable Prime Minister himself, a mathematician of formidable repute.
For a second year, more males were featured in the top 10 performers list. However, the females continue to dominate their male counterparts in all subject areas. A national government shutdown does not constitute a day off for employees. That is, according to Labour Commissioner Joseph Joseph. He highly recommends employers pay employees for the day or days lost due to a national shutdown, even though it is not mandated.
The Act does not obligate the employer to pay the employees for that day. However, we strongly recommend that they do, because that is a matter beyond the employee as well as beyond the employer. So there is no law in the Act that says that you have to pay a person during a shutdown, but we recommend that you do. As far as the off day is concerned, no, you cannot or you should not use that as a person's off day. You shouldn't do that, because this is separate and distinct.
Joseph says that companies must be granted permission from the National Emergency Management Organization, NEMO, to be operating or to have employees at work during a government-mandated shutdown. His comments follow claims that a popular store in Castries had ordered employees there to take the national shutdown on Monday as their day off. Organizers of the Stop the Violence Walk are saddened that 31-year-old Kevin Dupree's life was taken on the very day that the walk was scheduled to be held. According to the organizers, Dupree was to be a part of that activity, which was postponed due to the passage of Hurricane Beryl. This, they say, is all the more reason the walk should take place.
We are planning to have that walk on the 21st of July. That is this month. The reason why we took a little feedback because on that same day we had to have that walk. That was last week Sunday. A good friend of mine got shot last week. Just in the same area, Marshall back there, we had some people got shot, and then the Anchipo area again, some people got shot again. So you see, that's why I'm embarking on this walk. I need it to happen for the people to hear our voices. Because the same day we had to have that event, it was postponed, and a good friend of mine got shot, and he had to be on that walk.
A Socorama event scheduled for after the walk on Sunday still took place. Recently, the walk was labeled as a political ploy. However, the organizers say that politics have nothing to do with what they are undertaking in that community. 2 employees of the contracting firm V. Bonnet, working for the St. Lucia Electricity Services Limited, or LUCELEC, are recovering under medical supervision following an incident that occurred on Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024 in Grand Riviere, Gros-Islet. The contractor employees were injured at approximately 4:30 p.m. while replacing an electrical pole and transformers damaged by the passage of Hurricane Beryl. LUCELEC, in a statement, said it wants to recognize the quick action of the team on site in rescuing the injured men and thanking the St. Lucia Fire Service in the process for their quick response in attending to the injured contractors. The company says, quote, "Our thoughts and prayers are with the injured men, and the incident remains under investigation," they say. These are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Thank you, News Desk. We need to take a short break. We'll be right back. First up, we are caught up with Poppy. Poppy is the chairperson from the CMMC. We had some changes, some adjustment that needed to be made because of the weather that we were faced with. And of course, who best to tell us how it is all going down and, you know, what we can look forward to. Some of the plans, some of the thought patterns, some of the conversations that has been had concerning the art form on the ground. Here with, well, I know him as Poppy. You had to give me the government name, although I'm not writing the check, but you had to give me the government name. Of course, you are the chairperson of the CMMC, Carnival Music Management Committee. Quite a lot has happened in the couple of days. We have had to make some changes to some of the events, the major song events, like the Intercommercial, the Groovy and Power Soca Monarch has been moved, and also the Calypso finals. And I'm learning that's much to your your satisfaction because you like where the Calypso is now being placed. Am I correct?
Well, let's say the weather conditions have dictated that you know, some changes be made. Of course, because of the need for preparation of the venues, the January segment activity had to be cancelled, but the artists will get opportunities to perform at the various other shows. So on Friday, Intercommercial at the National Cultural Complex Center, NCC. Then we go to Saturday. That's when we're going to have the big soca show, Groovy and Power, 8 p.m. at the SAB. And of course, the other activities will continue as usual, the Kiddies Carnival, Junior Carnival, and Panorama at 8 p.m. at the SAB on Sunday, King and Queen of the Bands on Monday. And of course, we skip over to Saturday the 13th, 8 p.m. at the SAB for the Calypso Monarch. You know, some people have been, you know, saying that it's good to have a Calypso back there. Let's see how it works out. Let's see what's going to be we'll have an opportunity to compare this year with what has happened in the previous years in terms of the support for the show. And there are lots of things that we have to talk about going forward in Calypso, in soca, and so to get the show tighter, to get it more attractive. Lots of we need a big conversation after Carnival.
Well, I was about to go there with you because last year we didn't get to tap into your energy last year when those changes were made. We were, you know, the decision was made to put the national events the week before because, you know, it was believed and there was statistic to show that they suffered a little bit more when they were competing with the private events. Putting the Calypso back this year, it's really you filling it out. It's an opportunity for you to fill it out, like you said. Is that really what it is, or are you anticipating that it might be take a hit because now it don't have a choice but to be placed back there competing with some of the private events?
So I think, listen, this happened, you know, out of the circumstance, so we're just going with the flow for now. This was not deliberate, as you know, it's circumstance which has forced this. Of course, we could have done another arrangement, but we decided to go with that for a number of other reasons, including preparation of the venue, the need for bleachers. And there are lots of things that went into the decision. It was not an easy decision. As I'm saying, we're going to be looking at this thing going forward, have a big conversation about it. And as to whether it's, let's the statistics, the numbers and things decide for us. Let us review it after Carnival. I make no bones about it. Our national events need their space. I was a believer in that. With the fraternity, maybe not so much. But let's see what happens. Let's assess it after. And let's make the best decision going forward after a big conversation. We need to talk.
Absolutely.
Yes.
The conversation needs to be had. Now, that being said, some of the events you have already experienced, I mean, you know, you from your standpoint, your vantage point, how would you assess or round up how things have been running thus far?
Yeah, I think with the tents were well executed for the most part, well produced. The crowd supported. The semifinals was a great show. You were there yourself, so you would have seen it from maybe the MC side. But, you know, the show went well. It was tight. 36 songs were able to be delivered within the time slot, and people went home. It was a very good show to my mind. And I think generally the standard of Calypso is moving back up.
Yes.
We are trending in the right direction, and we need to just do what is necessary to make it better in the future. There are lots of conversations taking place in the background, some positive, some not so positive. I believe this is a matter of conflicting interests, a number of interests coming together in order to produce what we do here. Of course, the minister was on a while ago. He had his say on the matter. I think we've come to some common ground as to where we can go going forward. But most importantly, let all the voices come together, let people be heard, and let's agree on a way forward that will be for the benefit of St. Lucia first.
Right.
The art form, the artists involved, the creatives, all of us. Let us do this thing for us.
Absolutely.
And let's not, let individuals believe that they have a right over the other. All of us have something to gain from this. Carnival and Calypso and soca music is our thing. It's what we are here to do. And certainly my contribution is to make things better for all of us.
Wonderful. Well said. Thank you very much, and we wish you all the best going forward. Like you said, let's pay attention, let the numbers speak, and then we assess. I agree. Totally. Well, you did not expect us to not have royalty on the morning show. Our newly crowned Miss Bounty Rum, Miss St. Lucia, Shan Lucien, was with us. Oh my God, here we are. Royalty is definitely in the house. This young lady is so impressive. I was saying to everybody, I did not pay much attention. I didn't give much attention to the actual contestants. That's the first year I didn't do that. So I had no sort of preconceived notion going into the actual pageant night. So on the night of the pageant, I was really and truly sitting in the crowd and just looking with no bias. And this young lady was so impressive from start to end. And here I am sitting with you now, and your spirit, your energy, your aura, it follows through. So I know that it was all part of what is true and real. Congratulations, Shan.
Thank you very
Miss
much.
Bounty.
Yes.
The spirit indeed.
The spirit of St.
Of
Lucia.
course. Tell me a little bit about how are you feeling now? I mean, you've had a few days to really for it to sink in. So how is it feeling now?
Right now, I am just super proud of myself. I love that I was able to decide to take part in the pageant, to put my best foot forward, and that I emerged victorious. I'm just really impressed with my accomplishment, because there was a point in my life where I did not think that was possible.
Right,
So
you spoke a lot, and your theme throughout the night really did drive this really personal message home. And I thought that was so brilliant, because that's you. And I'm sure there's a number of other little dark girls out there who face this on a daily basis. So your purpose on that stage on that night was so vital, and I'm happy that you actually captured the crown. But I was saying to myself, even if you didn't, that message, that purpose would have been enough, So you're here now, you drove that point home, you've overcome, and clearly, I guess by now you're realizing that you're now a transport for that cause.
Yes.
So how serious do you plan to take this?
extremely serious. It's been something that I've been trying to push to the youth from before my involvement in the pageant. I'm a teacher, and so I experience little girls and boys who have confidence issues all the time, and I really just try to make it my duty to inspire them, to uplift them, because I was able to see how my rise in confidence was able to help me to achieve better success in life.
Right, let's take back to the night. On the night now, there was a few little glitches, and I was looking and said, swimwear, nah. I didn't like the costume. I said, nah, they could have done something better, because I didn't get the movement. But when it came to speaking, and when it came to answering your questions, I said, this young lady is on a different level. And I could tell that when you answered these questions that was posed to you, it really was genuine. Yes. And I think that everybody could have felt that, when you answered, it was not, okay, let me see how best I could say something that's going to impress the judges or impress the audience. You could tell that when these questions were posed, You stepped into the role and you say, this is me. You're talking to me. You're talking about me. Let me tell you about myself. And this is what we got. So, how was it for you? Was that what you were feeling on the night?
Yeah, for sure. I went into the pageant wanting to put out my most authentic self and wanting to be very genuine in everything that I did. And even my interview training, whenever I was practicing answering questions, I made sure that whatever I answered came from me. It wasn't me cramming any answers. It was not me just saying what I think people wanted to hear, but what I truly believed in.
Absolutely. Girl, we could talk for the whole day, but I know this begins your reign. I just heard you in there say, boy, you have a lot of plans for the industry, music-wise and all of that. So what are some of the first things that you think you want to undertake as reign of Queen?
I would love to partner with the Cultural Development Foundation so that we could implement some after-school programs where our youth are able to engage in the creative arts.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Listen, we don't have a lot. We got to wrap up because she's got to go. But you know what? We want to say congratulations to you. We want to say that we are absolutely blown off by you, your talent, your aura, and everything. We are hopeful, and we are definitely here for it all, everything that you're about to bring to that role as Miss St. Lucia, Miss Bunty Rum, the spirit of St. Lucia. Anything you want to leave? Parting words.
I would like to give a shout out to my sponsor, my chaperone, my family and friends, because all of you guys really helped me to achieve this big success.
Wonderful. All the best, my darling. Shan Lucien, guys, Mr. St. Lucia. St. Lucia seems to be a good place that I end up in, because it seems like people have lived for a long, long time here. In my time doing the morning show, we've covered quite a number of centenarians and beyond. And we have another one we're proud to celebrate with again this time. Well, you know what? We're here and we're celebrating life. Precious, precious gift. I like the fact that I'm in St. Lucia. And I don't know if it's the air that has been breathed, if it's the food that eaten, but we've been to quite a number of centenarians and beyond celebrations. So there seems to be a longevity happening here in St. Lucia, and I love it. We're here with, Mommy, what's your name?
Mary Lawrence.
Mary Lawrence. Wonderful. Well, happy birthday to you.
Same to you, my dear.
Oh, gosh. How do you feel?
No problem.
I like it. You're strong, man, and healthy. That is it. What do you think is the trick, though? What if you have to give your little grandchildren some little advice? What you gonna tell them to do to be able to live long? Huh?
You okay? Everybody well.
Everybody well?
Yes.
No stress, no? What do you eat? Well, that part, no? No stress. No stress. I like it. No, I like the little hat. What do you like to eat? What do you think you eat? What gives you the strength? What's your favorite food?
That's right. You're right. No problem.
No problem at all.
No.
Absolutely no problem. Wonderful. So we coming back next year again because you will be here for next year for your next birthday, I'll be back here because it's no problem.
Good. Yeah.
No problem. I love you. I love the dress. I love the hat. And I like the fact that everything is good. And this granny right here, she must be a joy, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Every day is a different setting. She's up and then she's down, but mostly up. She's really, really doing good and just fully enjoying
problem.
the rest.
That's a lie there. No problem.
No
you
problem.
See that? I walking away with that.
No stress, no problem.
No stress, no problem. What is she like though? Like
very active.
She
she moves around. She's a lot of the time like 80% there, but 20% like she
goes
out of it. But majority of the time she's always up and about, lively, not sick.
Oh gosh.
Not on any medication. She's just doing
Did
good.
Did she ever talk to you about, well, we know no problems and no stress, but in terms of, food wise, how does she eat? What does she eat?
She eats everything. She loves her provision. She's not a pastoralized person, but she eats everything under the sun.
Wow.
Yeah, whatever you give her, she indulges in. So she's fine.
Wow. Well, I guess you're hopeful now.
Yes,
You know, you're
yes.
part of the trajectory. You're part of this
Yes,
whole lineage.
yes.
So you're thinking, here, boy, I ain't for a good thing.
I'll do that. I'll make it. I have a ways to go, but yeah, we'll be there. We'll get there.
Right. What is it like?
Yeah.
I know the celebration, went already, but
Yes.
what is it? What is it like? How did you receive the day?
She was happy. She enjoyed it. She knew everybody was there for her, and she just enjoyed the moment. She was up and happy. That's all I could say.
Right. Now, mommy, I don't know if you does watch DBS TV. You does watch DBS TV? Yeah. She watch DBS TV? Mm-hmm. Ay, ay, ay. Right. So you know that is about to go on show on DBS. Right. You know that, mama? Yes. I go see you. You go see yourself on TV. You're excited? You want to see it? No stress. No stress. No stress. No problem. No stress. No. I like that little. You see that there? That is my new thing. Let we do it together, mommy. We ending on that note. Happy birthday. We had to sing happy birthday to mommy nonetheless. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Woo! And you have to hold this for me because mommy and I doing it. Let me do it, mom. Do it.
No problem.
Eh? No problem. No stress. I absolutely love her. You gotta love her. All the best, and we're coming back next year because you're gonna be here for that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. I love it. Happy birthday to her and to the rest of the family. You're blessed. Well, I'm not sure if I was dressed for the weather, but you know what? It's bacchanal time. It's singing it. I'm just feeling myself right now. But you going out, have an awesome day today. Remember to be vigilant and be safe if you're in areas prone to flooding and landslide, because of course this system is making its way through us. But be safe, be responsible, and tomorrow we'll have another show right here, God's willing.